Yeah, hello everybody. In this class, I am going to explain about displacement current. So before that, we have already known about conduction current. So I think all of you know about conduction current. So if you understand the conduction current, okay, we can compare the conduction current with the displacement current. Okay. So what do you understand the concept of conduction current in earlier classes? So suppose if you take a conductor like this is the conducting body. Okay, for this conducting body, you have number of free electrons irregularly distributed, number of free electrons irregularly distributed throughout the body like this. Okay, now see the moment whenever you are giving an external source to this conductor, what will happen? An electric field will be developed across the two ends of the conductor, so that a force is experienced on the electron, so that electron tries to move from one end to another end. So the movement of charge or the rate of flow of charge is defined as your current, that is rate of flow of charge is defined as your current. This current is happening in the conduction body, conductors. So that's why this type of current is called as conduction current. This type of current is called as conduction current. So we can define the conduction current will be like this. Current flowing through conducting body is called as, conducting is highlighted here. Conducting body is called as what? Conduction current. Okay, now we will see the displacement current. I think all of you know about the capacitor. So if you take a parallel plate capacitor will be like this. Two parallel plates separated by a dielectric medium. See, inside there is a dielectric material. These two are the conducting bodies. Two parallel plates are the conducting bodies, and if there is a dielectric material in between the two parallel plates, okay, this is your dielectric material. Let us consider the permittivity of conducting material is epsilon, and the distance between two parallel plates with small t, and area of the cross section of the parallel plate. This is the area of the cross section of the parallel plate is A. Okay. So now what will happen here? See, if you connect this capacitor to an external source, see what will happen. So in this case also, in this same way, in earlier concept only, so here also what will happen? This is a positive and negative. Okay, so the moment whenever you are connecting the capacitor to the external source, what will happen? Up to here there is a conducting material, up to here up to this plate. Let us consider that this is plate 1 and it is plate 2. Up to plate 2 there is a conducting path. So the electrons available in this path, experiences a force, as it is a negative terminal, and electron is also having negative charge. So due to negative force is experienced on the electron, and they are accumulated on one of the parallel plates like this. So similarly, wherever the positive charge is there, that positive charge is accumulated on the one more plate like this. So I think you already know that as there is a dielectric material, dielectric doesn't allow the electron flow or current. Okay, now so that's why there is no current flowing through this path. So that's why the conduction current is absent here. The conduction current is absent through the capacitor, not externally. This is up to here, it is externally, and it is internally. Internally there is no concept of conduction current. So but capacitor is allowing the current in terms of what? So that's what I am going to discuss here. See, as it is a alternating supply, alternating supply. So it is having positive cycle and negative cycle. See, during positive cycle, the minus and plus will be appear like this, minus and plus. So I think you already know that. So when there is a plus, the electric field lines are distributed around the charge like this. Okay, that means electric field lines are radially going outwards, and if there is a negative charge, the electric field lines converging to this point like that. So in the same way, here what will happen? See, so as there is a plus here, the electric field lines is flowing from plus to minus like this. Electric field lines flowing from plus to minus during positive half cycle, and during negative half cycle, see, during negative half cycle the polarities changes like this, minus plus. So during this case, during negative half cycle, the minus charge will be plate 1 and plus charge will be on plate 2. So now that means for every half cycle, the electric field is changes, plus minus is changes. So due to this, what will happen? The ions which are present inside the dielectric material, they gets converted into atoms. So due to that atoms, okay, what will happen? The ions moving from one plate to another plate. Okay. So that movement of the charges atoms is called as your displacement current. So the movement of charge is from one plate to another plate to the dielectric material. The charge is transferred from one place to another place. The transformation of charges from one plate to another plate is termed as your current, that is displacement current. That current is called as your displacement current. So we can define the displacement current will be like this. If you want, you can note down the definition of displacement current. Can you define displacement current or topic is this only. This is a conduction current, it is not required. But as we are discussing about displacement current, the displacement current is the current. You can write down the definition like this. Displacement current is the current. Definition. Displacement current is the current. Displacement current is the current which is the resultant of which is the resultant of time varying electric field. So now see here, if you observe the electric field here, during positive half cycle, the direction of electric field is from A to B, plate 1 to plate 2, and during negative half cycle, it is from 2 to 1. It is from 2 to 1. So during positive and negative half cycle, the electric field is changes. So due to this time varying nature, as the change is termed as your, I think you already know that the change is with respect to t. So that's why I am defining my displacement current is the current which is the resultant of time varying electric field. Is now tell me, is it a time varying electric field or not time varying electric field? As the electric field is changes from positive half cycle to negative half cycle, this is called as your time varying electric field. Or also you can define in another way. It is the current which is flow. It is the current which is flowing through the capacitor externally. You can also define the definition of current like this. So now it is represented with a letter. Displacement current is represented with I, capital I, D bar, ID. Okay. So now we are going to define one more term here, that is displacement current density. Displacement current density, it is represented with J d bar. Okay, so similarly the conduction current density, we are also having displacement current density. See, it is also defined like this. Displacement current is the current, which current, displacement current passing through unit cross section area. So if the unit cross section area is considered as A and current passing through the body is ID, so ID by A, displacement current passing through cross section area is called as your displacement current density. JD is equal to, also it is also a vector, ID bar by A. So now I am writing the expression for the JD bar. So before that I don't know the value of ID, so I need to find out the value of ID. ID is a displacement current. So how it will be? ID current is always defined like this. It is the rate of charge, rate of flow of charge, dq by dt. But as it is a capacitance is there, so what is the relation between capacitance and voltage? Q is equal to CV. So there is a potential difference occurs between the two plates. So when there is an electric field, obviously there is a potential difference. So the relation between the total charge on one plate and the capacitance and voltage is this one. So that's why ID is equal to, if you substitute A, d by dt of CV, where C is the constant. So ID is equal to C into dV by dt. Okay, but what is the capacitance of parallel plates? Parallel plate capacitance, okay, it is given by C is equal to epsilon A by, so what is the distance between two plates? As we have considered T, we should write T here, and dV by dt. ID is equal to dV by, ID is equal to epsilon V by T into dV by dt. But see, as we already know that the relation between electric field and potential and length, if length is L, okay, it is like this, dV by dL is equals to E bar. Okay, electric field and voltage related to dV by dL. Okay, as there is a distance between two plates is considered as T, we should write here T, not T. So it is T. As there is a T in the figure, we should represent the L length with T. So now from this formula, what about dV? dV is equal to E into T or T simply. So now substitute in this formula. So ID is equal to epsilon A by T into dV means D is for D. D is equal to dV by dt. So for T, epsilon D, dV is equal to dE into T by, is there here, is dt. Now dt gets cancelled here. So epsilon A dE by dt. But we are doing the derivation for what? JD. So JD is equal to ID by A na. So ID value is epsilon A dE by dt whole divided by A. A means A is gets cancelled here. Okay, but again we have the relation between D bar and E bar. What is that? If it is T bar. Okay, so T bar is equal to D bar by epsilon. So that JD is equals to If you write the magnitude, you can write the magnitude only, not vector. If you want to write the vector, you can write it here. You can represent the vector or scalar. So epsilon is there, epsilon for epsilon. E bar means it is d bar by epsilon whole divided by dt. Epsilon gets cancelled here. The remaining term is dd bar by dt or dou d by dou t. So this is the not dd dou d by dou t. So now finally we can conclude that the displacement current density is dou d or dt by dt. So how can you define the displacement current density in another way? It is not only defined as the current per displacement current per unit cross section area. We can also define this displacement current density is the rate of change of displacement rate of change of electric flux density. We can also define the displacement current density in another way, that is rate of change of electric flux density. Okay. Now see, we will see the one more topic here. So up to now we have studied the definition of displacement current and displacement current and its derivation. Now we will see the equation of continuity. Equation of continuity. See, there are two topics left in the displacement current topic, displacement current topic. That equation of continuity is one topic, and there is a relation between conduction current density and displacement current density. That relation, equation of continuity. Equation of continuity. I think this topic we have already studied in our second unit. So what is the purpose of, or what is the significance of equation of continuity? It describes the transport of charge from one end to another end. Okay. So now here also we are going to derive the equation of continuity for time varying fields, that is for time invariant fields. In equation 2 we have also in unit 2 we have studied about the equation of continuity, and that is for static fields. Now here we are going to derive the equation of continuity for time varying fields. So how to derive means, it is deriving from the Ampere's circuital law. From Ampere's circuital law, from Ampere's law or Ampere's circuital law, point form of Ampere's circuital law. With the expression for point form of Ampere's circuital law, it is del cross H bar is equal to J bar. Now apply divergence on both sides. Apply divergence on both sides. Divergence means del dot del cross H bar equals to, here also del dot J bar. So see, we have already known that the divergence of curl of any vector from the property of curl. What is the property of curl here? The divergence of curl of any vector, not only magnetic field intensity. Here there is a magnetic field intensity is a vector. Divergence of curl of any vector results 0. Okay. So, but here divergence of conduction current density is equals to what? It is minus dou rho v by dou t. So this vector from this property, this term is equal to 0. So that means del dot del cross H bar is equal to 0, and del dot j bar is not equals to 0. Why? Because from the equation of continuity in the static fields, it is not equals to 0, but it is equal to del dot j bar equals to minus dou rho v by dou t. This is not valid here. So that's why we have to modify the equation for time varying fields. So this should not be 0. But from the properties of curve, this is equal to, this equation is saying that del dot j bar is equal to 0. But it is not equal to 0 from the equation of continuity. It is equals to dou rho v by dou t. So that means this is a wrong. So that's why we need to modify the del cross h bar is equal to j bar for the time varying fields. How can you modify this equation? Just consider the equation 1. So for time varying fields, del cross h bar is equal to j bar. J bar is a conduction current density now. So that's why we need to modify in order to get the equation of continuity. So for time varying fields, del cross j bar should be modified. How you might? By replacing, by adding one unknown term. So how it will be? No, del cross h bar is equal to like this. Del cross h bar is equal to jc bar plus n bar. This is where n is the unknown value. N is the unknown value. Okay, so same way, apply divergence on both sides, so that you will get del cross h bar is equal to del dot j bar plus n bar. Okay, from the properties of divergence, we can split this divergence for the two terms like this: del dot j bar plus del dot n bar. So anyway, again the divergence of curl of any vector is equal to 0. Okay, so So 0 is equals to del dot j bar plus del dot n bar. But del dot j bar is equal to how much it is? Minus dou rho v by dou t. That's why del dot n bar is equal to, if you substitute here and by changing this term to the right side of this equation, you will get dou rho v by dou t. But from the Gauss law, point form of Gauss law, what it indicates? But from point form of Gauss law, rho v is equal to del dot d bar. I am just substituting this del dot d bar is equal to in this equation. So that's why how it will be now: del dot n bar is equal to dou by dou t on del dot d bar. Okay. We can write this del dot outside to the differentiation term, so that it will become del dot dou d bar by dou t, and here del dot n bar is equal to del dot dou v bar by del. For both sides divergence operation we can cancel it, so that's n bar is equal to dou d bar by dou t, where this n bar is your displacement current density or unknown term. So we can substitute this unknown term n bar or jd bar here, so that your equation is going to be modified. That is, tell me how it will be. Now point form of equation will be like this: del cos h bar is equals to jc bar is over. Next this is jd bar. jd bar is the unknown, so jc bar plus jd bar means dou d bar by dou t. This is the expression. Okay. Now, suppose in the examination, if he is asked to, the question will be like this: deduce the equation of continuity like this, jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t is equals to 0. The question will be like this: deduce the equation of continuity jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t is equal to 0. So in such case, what you will do, you do the derivation up to here as it is, and then after this, for this question, after this you just apply divergence on both sides, so that divergence of del cross h bar, for applying divergence on both sides, del dot jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t. So after applying the divergence on both sides, it will be 0. So that's why jc bar plus dou d bar by dou t is equal to 0. Like this you have to derive. Okay. Now there is a question on this displacement current, which is a very repeated question in your exam point of view. So what is that, is always every time reduce. The question will be like this: the displacement current. There is a chance of asking one more question. Chance of asking one more question, that is derive or get the relation between conduction current density and displacement current density, DCD, displacement current density. So conduction current density is represented with what? jc bar, and displacement current density is jd bar. So now we need to get the relation between both. This is a very repeated question which is asking for the examination point. So I think we already know that the displacement current density is jc bar is equal to sigma E bar. Okay, this is the expression for displacement current density. And what about jd bar? jd bar is equal to dou d bar by p dou t. Okay, now see. So just consider this is equation 1, and from here dou d bar is equal to what? D bar. This substitute E bar is equal to epsilon into E bar. This from the relation between D bar and E bar. This dou by dou t of epsilon E bar. So epsilon into dou E bar by dou t. Okay. So this is JD bar. Now let us consider this is equation 2. No, not. So see here, we need to expand this expression. So how it means? Just consider E bar is equal to E max cos omega t just here. Consider here, you should write one more term here. Consider E bar is equal to E max cos omega t. Okay, so now if E bar is equal to E max cos omega t, here we need to do the differentiation. E max cos omega t. What is the differentiation of cos omega t? It is minus sin omega t. So minus epsilon E max sin omega t. This is a JD bar. So the magnitude of JC bar here is magnitude of JC bar here is E max sigma E max, and magnitude of JD bar here is next magnitude of JD bar is you need to consider only epsilon and E max only. If you do the magnitude for these two functions, you will get the only maximum value. if you divide these two equations, magnitude of JC bar by magnitude of JD bar is equals to sigma A max by epsilon A max. Is there any term, any another term here? Yes, omega is there. No, do the differentiation with respect to T, so that's why. So there is a epsilon here, omega is there. Yes, so that's why finally the relation between JC bar and JD bar is like this. This is sigma by, this is the relation between JC bar and G bar. Okay. So in the next class we will see about some numericals based on this displacement current. Okay, thank you.